Ben, what is going on in the world?
Cool. So the first bit of news comes for Age of Sigmar. We've got a little bit of a teaser of what's coming up for the Ossiarch Bonereapers in a little bit more detail. So we learned a little bit more about some of their characters that are going to be leading the way, your lords as they were. So we've got to look at two more, just as a sort of like a refresher on the Ossiarch Bonereapers. These are guys that are molded out of bone by Nagash's Grand Alliance of Death to create almost a mockery of the Stormcast Eternals. And you can kind of see that in the sort of way that you've got these characters too here. So you've got the Liege Cavalos there, which is the sort of lead sort of commander for your force. That'll be sort of your generic one that you could name however you wanted, and having leading the way into battle. And then we've also got a named version of one of the Liege Cavaloses. We've got the Arch Cavalos Xanthos as well, who was a grand assassin within the armies of the Ossiarch Bonereapers when he was in life. And then in death, he's been reforged into a new general, as you can see there, leading the way to almost do what he calls a purification of the realm of Shaiish. So he's trying to make it an entirely death-filled realm with no mortals in it whatsoever. So yeah, some interesting ones there. A little bit more Marmite for those people that want to dive into Age of Sigmar.
That was exactly the word that had come into my mind. I think that I'm trying to. I think that's the most Marmite army that I have seen to date. I'm trying to think of another faction or whatever that would be as Marmite as that. But that to me is probably the most Marmite of all of them. I think you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it.
If I tried looking into that, I'd be like, it'd be the reaction of Marmite for me. It'd be like,
It is the most sinister of all leaders on the grounds that he's left-handed.
Oh, that is.
It's not often you see many of those.
He's a demon.
He's not right.
But he's very complicated.
No, it's left.
Hit him with a hammer.
Yeah, this is what's grabbing me about this is it's a very, very complicated mini, isn't it?
It's stuff full of skulls.
Like my eyes, I'm sorry, Ben, I'm trying to look at it and I just can't settle on anything.
I only see 2 skulls in the whole thing, Jerry.
All the internal is all skulls.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, I can see
but that's all right, because we established that skulls are
cool.
Yeah.
Skulls are cool.
In the same way that if you want to make a papier-mâché doll or model or something, you need to use chicken wire.
Obviously, the name Ossiarch is derived from ossuary, which is the storage of bones.
So I have to say, I kind of quite like these.
Do you? What do you like about them, Justin?
It's a very different take on an undead army. Normally you think undead army, it's just
Bones.
basic skeletons, maybe some zombies and stuff shambling about.
Yeah, skeleton horses with a skeleton guy on the back.
Yeah, whereas this, it's...
a skeleton horse with a skeleton guy on the back.
No, but it looks like, whenever you look at this, it's not just a skeleton. It's basically they've taken...
a skeleton and put him in armor.
No, they've taken multiple different skeletons from different people, different species, and reforged it together into something new.
If only we have somebody here to
Something
go,
that's got a bit
I
more
heard
half.
you like skeletons, so I put skeletons in your skeleton.
Here's my issue with that. I don't think it's obvious enough. And I think if you made it any more obvious, it would look crap.
I think it's a little bit more obvious when you come to see some of the troops that we've seen in the past, where it actually looks like it's a bit more like Wraithbone that the Eldar use, where it's kind of been forged into sort of a lot more sleek lines. Yeah. I think here, I think people are seeing this as a busy miniature, and I think it is busy to a certain degree, but I think it's mainly because of the way that it's been painted as well. I think the sharp highlighting a lot of stuff there and that kind of deeper shading to it kind of adds a little bit more to that kind of weird mind state that you get into when you look at it, where you're like, I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at or what I'm focusing on. Yeah. But I was saying in the article about this when these guys came out, I actually think they're going to be a really interesting and fairly simple army to paint when it comes to it, especially with the new contrast ones, because a lot of the work is basically just do bone and do a block color for the armor, and then you can go in and do a little bit more detailing if you want to. But effectively, it could be quite an easy one to get stuck into, really. A bit like looking at the sort of Necrons and stuff, the new Necrons they've done, and that kind of thing for the last edition of Warhammer 40,000 and into 8th as well. I think it could be an interesting one for people. So,
well, there you have it.
Where's that ghost got a Sith holocron? What's going on there?